Hi there, this is Karen from Soul Shimmer Designs and welcome to today's Tech Wrap tutorial in which I show you how I made this cushion cover using the beautiful TeckWrap HTV glitter series. And these colours just are so gorgeous and so easy to work with. The TeckWrap tools that I used were my wider weeding tool, the squidgy, and also use my strong tack weeding, cutting mat, and you could also use the standard as well. Now the colours I received were from the HTV glitter pack, and you can see it comes with a handy cutting for t-shirts, so measurement tool for you there. And then there are 11 pieces inside, and it also comes with a set of instructions for you about the temperature and the settings for your particular machine. So there's a beautiful purple, it's like a champagne, a green, red, a silver, a white, another white with a green sparkle, black, like a coppery colour, a gold, and a more sparkly black as well. So you can see the range there is pretty amazing for the starter pack. So what we need for this project is a cushion cover, and this is one that you can also use for sublimation, but it works perfectly with the HTV as well. So the Believe in the Magic, I'm using the purple and the champagne HTV. And if you've not worked with HTV before, you need to make sure it's shiny side down, and I use my squidgy to burnish that onto the mat. And then when you send to print, you always make sure that it's mirrored. I'm using Silhouette Studio, and then I cut out the wording on my Silhouette Cameo. Now the larger weeding tool that I'm using here is perfect to use with HTV, and I find it really helps to get started, and then it's just a matter of using a bit of muscle to pull off the rest of that HTV around the wording, around your decal there. But just takes a little bit of time. Just have some patience and use your weeding tool when you need to. I used it around some of the edges there. But just keep going and you'll get there. This is quite a large image as well, so this is why it's taken me a little bit of time to get everything off. And as much as I hate wasting vinyl, there is a bit of wastage here, and I probably could have cut some out, but unfortunately I didn't this time. But believe me, I dislike wasting my precious TeckWrap vinyl. And I'm using the weeding tool again just to take out any extra pieces from the E's and the B there, and also the A in Magic. But you can see how nicely that's cut everything out. There's also like an ornament there which has some quite small pieces, but that's no problem using the larger weeding tool there. So that's the Believe and the Magic part. Do the same burnishing technique for the champagne gold colour. I just find I like using this better than a brayer. And now I'm weeding using my weeding tool again, and a bit of elbow grease, a bit of muscle to pull that off, and not so much wastage this time. I did cut off the end of the 12 by 12 sheet, so I can use that little bit extra for another project. But just takes a little bit of time to get this off. And there we have the in the. So Believe in the Magic. So that's the two layers put in together. Now for this I'm using a heat press, and I just make sure that my pillowcase, or my cushion have the zip at the bottom so that it's not going to get stuck on or caught in the heat press. And I'm just doing a bit of sizing just to make sure that that's looking good and flattening out a little bit, and then I just put that down for a little bit to make sure that get out the creases, and that comes out perfectly. So now it's time to add the first layer. So I start with the Believe and the Magic, and it's quite sticky, and you'll see there's some excess as well, and I was a little bit worried that the excess might also go onto the cushion cover, but I just pressed this down for, it was only about 3 seconds, just enough to make it tack onto there or to stick onto there, and I found that just wasn't quite enough. So when I tried to pull off particularly the G, it came up a little bit, so you can see it was taking too much to try and get that off. So I did another 3 to 4 seconds on there, so about 7 seconds all up, and that made a big difference. I could get that off quite easily, pulling that up, making sure that everything is stuck down nicely. Just moving my heat press out the way because that's super hot. And again, just, I don't know if that's the type of material, because it's 100% polyester, but it was quite hard to get off. It still came off okay, but you just needed to pull quite a bit to get that to come off all the way. And now we're up to our second layer. So we put in the second layer there, which says In Thee, so Believe in the Magic. And I'm just making sure that's all nice and centered. It's going to be covered by the heat press, and then I put that down for the 12 seconds, and it's come up beautifully. I can pull that off no problems. You can see there, it's no issues at all. And I had a bit of a problem with my eye, but I ended up fixing that separately with in the Believe, and you can see there I put it on, but you can see the colour of the glitter and how it shines out. And this is the finished product, so I'm totally loving how these are looking with the HTV, the glitter series. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you. Bye bye.